Hey everyone, welcome back to Beside the Bookshelf. I asked you guys if you wanted to see a Powerless reading vlog, and y'all said yes. So I'm bringing it today. And we're gonna be reading the entire Powerless series. Let me grab it right here. Wait, I got my bookshelf like right here. Ooh, but today, and well, not today. It's literally like 11 o'clock at night. But in this video, we're gonna read the entire Powerless series. And I'm scared because it's like, what if I don't like it? Because when I find series, if I get a book and I don't like the first one, I force myself to read the rest of the series because it's like, hopefully the series gets better. But at the same time, I kind of want to know what happens next, because obviously people say Powerless and Reckless both leave on cliffhangers. So it's just like, even if I don't like the book, I always want to know what's going to happen next. So I just grabbed the entire series because, come on now. So I don't know yet if I want to like read this one, then read Powerful, and then read Reckless, or if I want to do Powerless, Reckless, and then Powerful, because this one takes place the same time this one takes place, and people can like tandem read it, but I'm not going to tandem read it. But this one takes place right after, so it's just like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. All that good stuff. So it's just like, I don't know what to do, but I do know we're gonna go ahead and start Powerless. This is the book. Oh, and look, I know I showed you guys this in a different video, but look at that. That is so pretty. And then of course it says Powerless on the side. So it's just like, should I take the cover off? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the dust cover off because you're not supposed to have it on when you're reading. And usually I don't, but it's like, this cover is really pretty, so. I also have my annotating supplies because I don't know if I'm gonna want to annotate this one. I got one of my darker palettes because this book looks like it's gonna have like a darkish theme, you know, it's like Magic Power War or whatever. So I got this palette for tabs. I got the translucent ones now because I used to have the ones that weren't translucent. I don't have a highlighter because usually they like bleed through, so I have a colored pencil, which works just as well. Oop, and then if I want to underline stuff, I have a pen. So we're gonna go ahead and start. This book is large. I think it's like 500 pages. 497 pages. Okay, we're gonna start, and we're gonna go ahead and start the book, and then yeah, I'm gonna check back in with you guys when I check back in with you guys. Sorry just from my TBR video, but I have made a lot of progress, as you guys can see from my annotations. I made a lot of progress within the book. This is how like far I am. So yeah, I'm doing good. I have been reading it without the dust cover. I'm not crazy. I don't want the dust cover to get ruined because I'm that kind of person that will close the book and the dust cover will like bend over and there's like a dent in the dust cover. I don't want that, y'all. This cover is gorgeous, but can we talk about this real quick? Let's talk about that. Anyways, I currently am on chapter 15, which is Peyton's POV. I'm gonna just say the stakes are high, y'all. The stakes are high, and I'm worried for their safety. There's a lot going on. But I am fully intrigued. I'm not reading it right now because I'm listening to the audiobook version. But I'm very intrigued within the book. The book is starting to get interesting. It was interesting from the start. Like when we had Peyton stealing, that is like what kept me on it. It was giving Aladdin, because you know how we start off Aladdin's like stealing stuff and we get the entire musical entrance or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of what it was giving. It was, you know, so I'm intrigued. I'm enjoying it so far. This book is amazing as far as I can tell. I know a lot of people don't really like this book. This is a copy, I think it's like the Game of Thrones. So tell me, are you starry-eyed? If you are, would you really say it's a copy of or what show, but I like this one so far. Maybe it's because I haven't read that book and I can't say that it's a copy. And I'm like, it's interesting. It's interesting. So far we're doing pretty good. I'm at page 121. And when I finish it, I'm still debating if I want to do Powerful or Reckless. I think I might do Powerful because I really want to see what Adina is up to. Like I said, I don't want to tandem read it because I feel like I really get two books confused when it comes time to review it. Who else does this? It seems like it's a dual POV because I just see chapter saying Adina. But like, who is she? Mac? Who is Mac? I don't see Mac as I just see a whole bunch of Adina chapters. Look. That's Powerful. But Powerless has been really good so far. I just haven't really been recording myself reading it because I just feel like it'd be really awkward if I just sat here in complete silence for like a long period of time. And it's awkward silence over here, but you guys get all this beautiful music and it's sped up so it's not awkward. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just try and read it, no distractions, right here on camera for y'all, so y'all get, you know, some proof of me reading it, proof that I'm reading it, proof that I'm enjoying it. So let's take the cover off, y'all. Oh wait, I need my annotation tabs. Hold on, I'll be right back because I have been annotating this book a storm. Everyone, so it's been quite some time since I last talked with y'all, but I finished Powerless last night and I cried for 30 minutes because nobody could have ever prepared me for what happened at the end of that book. It was so sad. And as y'all can see, I enjoyed this book a lot. I have a lot of tabs, I did a lot of annotating. I did the whole 9. I was like making little notes beside it, all this good stuff. So yeah. So now, it's time for me to kind of review it without giving a full review yet. If y'all want to check out a review, check my Fable on my Goodreads. Has a review up there. But now I'm reading Reckless. Anyway, so here's the review for Powerless. Anyways, I just thought this book was so sad. Like, mainly near the end. It was so sweet. It was so magical. We were living in this fantasy world. Everything was going great until the final trial happened. And then, like, bruh. And then Kai, Kit, whoever, both of them, they were extremely mad at Peyton because she killed the king. But it's just like, he tried to kill her. Let's start there. Oh my gosh, I can't even form sentences. I'm just so triggered. And not only did he try to kill her, he killed her best friend, Adina, too. Okay. Bombastic side. Anyways. So yeah, now I'm currently reading Reckless. This one, I'm not annotating it as much because the goal was to annotate all 3 books at least once or twice. I'm not annotating it as much as y'all can see, but it's really because the entire book it's literally Peyton running away. Kai catches her and he has to bring her back to the castle, but they're extremely far away, and due to this they keep running into people that try to capture them, because since Peyton killed the king, she's worth a whole bunch of money, and the prince is the enforcer, and the person that's out there for Kai is the prince, so that means he's also worth a lot of money. So we keep trying to capture them and bring them back for a ransom, and I'm just like, okay, there's a lot going on here. A lot going on. So, yeah, I'm currently on chapter 36. But I didn't notice with this book, I feel like this one was a little rushed. But not writing-wise. I feel like it was rushed editing-wise, because I keep running into parts of the book where there's no quotation marks starting when they're talking, but there's a quotation mark ending. So, like, for example, we have this one right here. I had to literally draw the quotation marks because it was triggering me. And it said, clearing my throat, I quickly changed the subject to a more appealing endeavors. We could visit Gail in the kitchen. She won't stop asking to see you. But it doesn't have a quotation mark right here to say that we could visit Gail in the kitchen. She won't stop asking to see you until you eat one of our sticky buns. And it literally had no quotation mark starting it. And it was somewhere else. I think it was on the first, like on the prologue or the first chapter. I noticed it. Either that or it was after what I just showed you guys. But this story is really good. Oh y'all, this story is really good. And I don't think it was rushed writing wise. The story is amazing. It's also shorter, I must say. Thank you. Also, the words are bigger. This, it might not seem big because of the camera, but like take that, and then if you come over here, these words are tiny. See this? Yeah, there's definitely a difference here, unless I'm just Delulu for the Delulu. There's a difference because you can fit more onto one page, but they're the same size. So yeah. Also, I did a little research last night, y'all, and I found out there are collector's editions of Reckless and Powerless, and I need to get my hands on them. Also, on the same note as research, I found out there's going to be the 3rd book has already been announced by Lauren Roberts herself, coming out in April 2025, called I forgot, y'all. I'm not gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna go editing this. I'm not gonna do that. Y'all, it is the next day and I just finished, well, I didn't just finish, I finished it at like 1 in the morning, but I finished Reckless. This was the book y'all was telling me to read, and now I gotta wait till April of next year for the final book to know what happens next. I annotated it. I didn't annotate this one as much as I did this one. You can sort of see the difference. There's a lot more tabs on this one than this one. And I know the original cover, I think it's red leaf, but since I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, it's blue leaf, so obviously I went with my blue and purple tabs. But this book was amazing. I enjoyed it so much. There was so many good things, but the end of the book is really what got me. And I know this is like a vlog with spoilers, but I don't want to spoil the end. Because I feel like, to me, you can spoil every single part of a book, just not the end of the book. because that's the part where I want to be surprised at. Unless you tell me you want to know what happens at the end of the book, I'm not gonna go and say what happens at the end of the book, because I wouldn't want to know what happens at the end of the book. You can tell me what happened in the beginning, middle, and close to the end, but not what happens, especially when it's leaving on a cliffhanger at that, because the suspense is gone. If it's a cliffhanger book, which I already knew this book had a cliffhanger because I saw someone go to the Reckless tour, which is like, if you guys don't know, when a book releases by popular author, the author will go to different Barnes & Noble across in different states and do book signings and interviews, and someone went to the Reckless signing and basically asked why there was a cliffhanger. She said she couldn't believe there was a cliffhanger, but this book was so good. So I'm glad I went into this blind, because I had no clue what Powerless is about. I had only heard bad reviews on this book. Everyone was talking about this is a Hunger Games copy, this is Game of Thrones or whatever it is. It was just like, it's really bad, it's poorly written, there's nothing unique about it. So I was just like, I want to see, do I enjoy this book? Will I enjoy this book? Because I always hear mixed reviews on it, and most of the time they're bad reviews saying the book is poorly written, but it's really not. It's not poorly written. It's actually a really good book, and I enjoyed it. And I will say, the pages and the size was kind of what got me at first, because if you guys, I don't know, because I had to film the intro twice, and I know in one of the intros, because one of the intros, the audio wasn't working, but in one of the intros, I picked up the book, and I had looked inside the book for the first time, and I said, oh no, y'all, look at how small these words are, and there's almost 500 pages. Like, I almost was like, this entire vlog is canceled, because I cannot do small words in many pages. It just gets boring to me, but I flashed through this book. I finished this book in one day. I will say that. Well, yeah, a day, because I started at 1 a.m. I started at 1 a.m. one morning. I started at 1 a.m. yesterday, finished it at 1 a.m. this morning. So yeah, it was a day. This was so good. I think, oh my gosh. And I'm gonna go ahead and spoil this for Powerless. Adina dies, which is Peyton's best friend. Adina dies during the last trial, and we have Powerful here, which is Adina's point of view while Peyton's in the trials. And I promise you, if Adina's living an amazing life in this book, I'm gonna go feral, because y'all, listen, Lauren Roberts is an amazing author, but one thing I will not have is this amount of sadness. I've cried twice, 30 minutes for this book and about like 10 minutes for this book. And Eleanor and Park by a different author, Rainbow Rowell, got me. Eleanor and Park got me, and I rarely cry over books, so that says a lot. I think these are the only 3 books I've cried over. Yeah, these are the only 3 books. So I promise, if I'm back crying on this one, I'm gonna let it be clear right here, right now. I don't think I'm gonna be able to recover. I don't think. So it says this is Adina and Mac's story. I don't know who Mac is. Also, I did watch an interview on Powerless, and apparently Peyton was actually the name of one of the ARC readers or someone who was interactive with Lauren before the book was made, and when she was talking about it online, and Peyton was one of the people, but basically the name was actually Peyton, but she changed it to Peyton. So yeah. But I just cannot believe I just had to go through that entire emotional roller coaster. Because, come on now. And like the third book, I forgot what the third book was called, but I literally was looking at it earlier today. The third book, I just want to know. And Kit knew what he was doing at the end of this book. He knew what he was doing. Because he literally talked to Kai before. He literally had suspicions. He knew what he was doing. I feel like Kit is out to get Kai, and then Kai's gonna be out to get Kit, okay? It's gonna be brothers versus brother, okay? But I'm just gonna say that. Y'all, we have one last book in the series, which is... try that again, guys. We have one last book in the series, which is Powerful. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick this one up, y'all. I can't. I've been through too much, but I like the detail here with like the thread, because if you guys know, Adina is a seamstress and she likes to make clothes. She was the one making Peyton's dresses for all of the trial balls, like during all dances and stuff. So I feel like that was an amazing attention to detail for like the thread going around the needle. That's a needle, right? That better be a needle. I don't want to look crazy. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna check in with y'all when I start to read Powerful, because I need to finish this arc. And I also need to start on Love and Olives for my group, for my Fable group, which, speaking of which, go ahead and join the book club. It's in the description down below. It always is. Join the book club, follow me on Fable, subscribe while you're at it, and leave a like and a comment. A comment is always appreciated. I love when people are like so interactive with the channel. So literally, yeah. So I'm gonna see you guys when I start Powerful. I think this is... What do I mean? I think this is the shortest book in the series so far. Hopefully it doesn't get too much shorter. It's about 30 chapters. But this has no... Oh wait, it does. I'm thinking of a different book. What book did I have? There's a book I have where the numbers... Here. This book, Sideline. The numbers, there's no numbers on the bottom of the page or the top. So I was really upset. And I was just like, how am I supposed to keep track of what's going on if there's nothing there? Anyways. I'm gonna see y'all later.
Remember the days we were young, wild and free.
Okay, y'all, so it is, I want to say 2 days after I filmed the thing where I was just like, I'm going to start Powerless, not Powerful, not immediately, but I did start Powerful. That's a lot of annotations. I'm only on page 132. And I just finished chapter, what was it? I just finished chapter 12. Basically they were talking about, it was such a wholesome moment too. So basically it was Makoto and Adina. They were literally just sharing like things about their past with each other. So like Makoto was explaining why he never smiled, and then Adina was just like, oh well, like you can't steal your smile, it's yours to give. And it was really sweet. We got to the point where Adina's been in the castle. Makoto was able to sneak into the castle. We've seen Peyton, and I also loved at the beginning of the book, the prologue was literally how Peyton and Adina met, and it was so sweet. It was so sweet, and that's why they're like the ultimate duo. That's exactly why they're the ultimate duo. Anyways, I want to share with you guys some of my like favorite moments, because I have been like writing down some notes on the side. So page 132, Makoto says, I'm not a fan of spoons, only forks. I hate spoons with a passion. That's the only reason I hide it, because I like wrote on the side, I said me too, because I hate spoons with a passion. It's like, I don't know, because I just like the idea of a fork like actually sticking the food. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. I can't stand spoons. I only use them if I'm eating cereal or soup. Like, y'all will not catch me eating noodles or something with a spoon. Won't be eating mac and cheese with a spoon. Won't be eating vegetables with a spoon. Won't be eating anything that's not a liquid with a spoon. And then hold on, this one was when we were in the castle. Oh wait, no. This one's before that. Page 123. Adina says, "You don't have to be rude." And then Makoto replies, "Have you met me?" "I have, and I think you're kinder than you let on." "And what makes you think that?" "You're the only one that wondered by my blue shirt." Oh my gosh, I loved this scene. Oh my gosh, I love this scene so much. It was so cute. I loved it. I'm only showing you guys my favorite ones. That's why I'm not going through each and every annotation. Oh, this one was what I'm talking about. Adina's point of view. It's, hold on, let me take this dust cover off because it's like literally slipping. I feel like I'm about to drop the book. Page 117. We see Kit come to talk to Adina about Peyton, like asking Adina questions about Peyton, right? And so, once I'm king, I may just need to make you an advisor of mine. And I literally wrote under that, so who's gonna tell him? And I'm only saying this because you guys have to remember, Powerful takes place before Adina gets killed. So he's saying when he becomes king, she's already dead when he becomes king. So that means he doesn't. I'm just like saying, who's gonna tell him that? Okay, who's gonna tell him that? And like, y'all really have to think about it. Adina is such a good person to come to when you need advice. She literally could be a therapist, an advisor, or something. She could have been, honestly. And she's so sweet, she's so kind, and I'm so glad that Makoto is literally teaching her how to fight, especially because she lives in the slums. And according to Makoto, if you live in the slums, that's like the easiest place to get beat up. So yeah. I'm trying to see if there's like any more favorites. Oh yeah, also I want to say this, I would have way less annotations if these pages were like the normal size of like Reckless and such, because like their pages are like cut in half. That's kind of what it feels like. The pages are cut in half. So I kind of like that though, because it makes it seem like I'm annotating a lot more than I actually am. But what I like about this one is what Lauren did. I don't know if this was like intentional or just something like when she was doing in the writing process, but a lot of the sayings that are like really, really sweet and they're bundled up in the same area. So I usually find myself doing annotations like this, where it's like I annotate one spot, tab it, and then I come down and there's like this entire paragraph of things that I want to annotate that is so sweet and I can underline it. It's amazing. So that's also a really good reason why I love Lauren's writing, because I just got into Lauren's books. I had no clue what Powerless was about until this vlog. Literally, I've never read it. I've just looked at it. I've seen the stands at Barnes & Noble. I've seen the videos. I've seen everything. I've seen the ratings. I've seen the reviews. But I've never picked up a book a day in my life until we started this vlog. So, honestly, this book is amazing. Like, her books are amazing. I love her writing style. Let's start there. I like the way that she has each character describe other characters. I love how she has the thought process going through. I love like how quick her books are. Like the pace, it's like, oh yeah, you get hit by one thing and the next thing you know, it's like punch in the gut. There's a conflict in the middle of the book when you think like you guys know when one character's keeping a secret, right? And you expect for the secret to come out at the end of the book. Well, for this one, the Makoto's secret of planning to betray Adina literally came smack at like page 92 or something. And I'm like, dang, we still have like another half of the book to go. And I already know there's gonna be another conflict when Adina dies. So, oh my gosh. And in Reckless, I thought I was not gonna enjoy Reckless. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because I thought the entire book was gonna be Peyton running from Kit, right? So I thought we would only see Kit. I thought we would only see them together at the end of the book when he finally caught her. But no, he caught her like 100 pages in, and then the other 300 pages is just them bonding and spending time together on the way back to Iliya. Well, no, not Iliya, because the entire island is Iliya. On the way back to Lou Alley. So I'm just saying, Lauren's writing style is amazing. I highly enjoy it. Honestly, she's one of my new favorite authors. I said this in a review. She's one of my new favorite authors right beside Allie Hazelwood and Holly Jackson. Those two are like my favorite authors. So honestly, I cannot wait for Fearless. Yes, y'all, I finally remember the name for once of the third book. I can't wait for Fearless. But the true question is Lauren gonna continue writing after Fearless? Like, are we gonna get another trilogy? Maybe if Kit doesn't find someone for him, maybe we get a trilogy for Kit and someone else. Because I already know. Listen, Lauren said they get a happy ending. I saw a video. Someone asked Lauren to blink if Kai and Peyton got the happy ending after Reckless, and she blinked. She was just like, and she juked her out. She was just like, yeah, they get the happy ending. So I already know that. Thankfully. Thankfully. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, honestly, I can't believe that after I finish reading Powerful, this vlog is gonna be over. I don't know, I just feel like this is like a journey. I sound so cringe right now, but this is literally like a journey of finding like a new interest, a new favorite author, new books, everything. And you guys get to come along on this journey with me, and it's so cool. I don't know. But I'm gonna continue to read Powerful. You guys might get some clips of me reading. I've mostly been reading in bed, so because I usually read in my bed. Like, I usually like lay down, or like I'll prop up all my plushies and everything, and I'll like sit and everything, like do a little cozy something. But yeah, I think I want to continue reading. I think I might take a break and I might play some games on my phone. Might play some mobile games or something, but I don't know. Anyways, so I'm gonna check back with you guys when I'm not even gonna make something specific up because I'm probably gonna forget about it, but I will check back with you guys. I know for certain I'll check back with you guys when I finish it, but I'm hoping I can check back in with you guys before I finish it, like maybe near the end, so that I can check in with you guys. I can tell what's going on, and you know. But there's not that many more pages, because I know if we deduct these pages from Reckless, because I already read Reckless, and plus, even if I hadn't, I usually don't ever read the first chapter of the next book. No, I want to be surprised. I don't want to know what's going on. So whenever it's like read the first few chapters of this next book, I never read those. But hold on, are there any acknowledgements at the end? I think there's acknowledgements, which is really crazy. But yeah, you see this chunk? This is literally how much I have left to go. And I don't want to read this, but it's Adina's point of view. It's the last chapter. So I'm actually scared, but I hate that. Oh my gosh, I hate the relationship right now. And it's not because it's not sweet, it's not wholesome, but it's literally because I know at the end of the book, Adina's gonna die. So I'm just trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Are we gonna see Makoto and Fearless? We better see Makoto and Fearless. He better confront the Silver Savior and be like, yo. But anyways, I'm gonna check back in with you guys later. I gotta go read Powerful because I gotta figure out what's gonna happen next, okay? I gotta figure out what's gonna happen next. So ban this book, the entire series, because I should not have cried how hard I cried over this book. No exaggeration. Literally was crying for like 10 minutes straight. And now my head hurts. Why? No, because Lauren knew what she was doing when she wrote Powerful. There's no other explanation. She knew what she was doing. And she was just like, oh, I see a way to, traumatize the readers even more. So let's do exactly that. And I fell for it. I did not think I would cry this hard. People have always said, no, not people have always said. I've seen reviews on the Powerless book, and they're like, I already know going into Powerful. I've seen reviews on Powerless, not Powerful, saying that Powerful might be even worse because Adina might have been living a great life, and she was, and it was so sad because she literally got snatched up. She was gonna go be happy. She was gonna go, enjoy herself, and then, oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyways, it's review time. It's review time. I can't. Okay, Powerless. Where I had to witness Adina's death for the first time. Mind you, I say that means I had to witness it twice. In an even sadder way. Powerless. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Okay, so I read the book. I look so unproportioned right now. It's like, it's so uneven. Why am I on this side of the screen? I should be in the middle of the camera. Okay. Anyways, this book needs to get out of my face. Because there was no reason for this book to be this good. And I was talking about this earlier. For y'all it was a few minutes ago, but for me it was like an hour or two ago, I want to say. Because I did put this book down. I was reading another book, but I picked it back up because I was just like, let's just finish it, you know what I'm saying? This book, 5 stars. I loved it so much. I just love the adventure. You know, I love how I just like looking back after reading Powerful. I just really wish that Peyton spent way more time with Adina, because she even said it herself. She said herself that with Adina, she never really. It was like when. Oh my gosh, how do I put this? It's like, okay, so we didn't see it in Powerful, but I believe in Powerless, right before Peyton left, Adina was like, don't forget me, right? And Peyton had forgotten all about her until she needed her. Like, I just wish that Peyton really remembered her best friend, because, you know, spent the time, cherished the time, all that good stuff, the whole 9. And because now it's just like, for me, the Powerless books, for Powerless and Powerful, because Reckless has nothing, well, it does when Peyton has Kai cut her hair, but besides that, we don't really get to talk too much about, you know, Adina, so it's like, it's not a main focus for me. But with Powerless, I just feel like she could have spent more time with Adina. But all that aside, I really enjoy I really enjoy, why do I keep going like this? Like, I have magic powers, guys. I'm actually secretly an elite. You didn't know that, did y'all? Anyways, I enjoy like the adventure. I love the trials, specifically trials. I like how they were like, it was literally like a battle to the death. It's giving every man for themselves. But yeah, I enjoyed the adventure aspect of this. This was a really good book. I rated it 5 stars. That's some storage difficulties. Anyways, rate this book 5 stars. I really just, my favorite part, besides Kai and Peyton, were the trials. I don't know, I just like the aspect of them trying to like fight for their lives, if that makes sense. It's just nothing crazy for real, but I'm just saying, like, it was enjoyable, it was interesting, it was adventurous, it was challenging. I enjoyed it all. And first of all, can we talk about this? I get distracted so easy. The spine is broken. That's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. But yeah, overall rating of Powerless was a 5 out of 5 stars and caused me a lot of crying. 30 minutes to be exact. Next up, so I'm doing these in the order that I read them. We got Reckless. This one also has something really cool on the hardcover, which is like this, which is the arrows, which is really distinctive because when the resistance comes to save Peyton, they shoot a whole bunch of arrows down. I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, that was really cool. I gave Reckless an overall review of 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. Actually, I really like this one. I like the idea of like Peyton running, and it's like hide and seek. But it drags on longer than it's supposed to, and yeah. Also, I was explaining this last night. We all know Kit is a horrible. We all know Kit is a horrible older brother, right? Like, we established that a long time ago, right? Right? I shouldn't have to explain that. Cause like, I'll spoil anything but the end. So you guys have to read that one and know what happened at the end. But yeah, we all know Kit's a horrible older brother. And that's just established, that's just final. Now, lastly, the book that is the bane of my existence. Powerful. Honestly, I'm about to throw something at the wall. What if I just threw this book at the wall? As you guys can see, the goal was to at least tab each and every one of them, and I'll explain the color choices later. But yeah, Powerful was such a good book. I really do wish that Peyton told I really wish that Adina had told Peyton about Makoto earlier, because maybe in Fearless, hopefully in Fearless we can see Makoto, but that would have like given her a much more bigger chance of seeing Makoto in Reckless and like being like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this is you, like you can help me. I'm trying to like avenge Adina or whatever she's trying to do. I don't know anymore because, you know, forced marriage or whatever. Anyways, Powerful. Really do wish, but like seeing this all from Adina's point of view. Adina is such a sweetheart. I don't know why I'm staring, but I can't stare at the camera because it gets so awkward. But Adina is such a sweetheart, and I love that about her because she's so kind, she's so creative, she's so cute, she's so clumsy, she's everything. You know, she makes the best out of the worst. Just like how she did her own death, which is like what makes it so sad, which is exactly the reason I gave Murder Trending 5 stars, because of how like it's sad, because you see someone go out, like you see someone die, and it's just their last moments are happy, which is like, it makes it so sad, so like gut-wrenching, so heart-wrenching, whatever you want to call it. It just makes it so difficult. Now I'm gonna get into why I tab each and every one of these the way that I tap them. So, Powerless, the vibe of the book, I chose the tab. I have like a pack of 6 and it has different themes for tabs. And the theme this gave off was like dark setting, you know, all this, all that. And I'm glad I chose the dark ones because Peyton, her, what would you call it? Like her aura, I feel like her aura in real life would be like, you step up to her, she's like, oh, she has a dark personality. Oh, like everything about her is dark, like all this other stuff. And it's so true. And same thing goes for Kai. Like you would walk up to him and be like, oh, dark aura. But yeah, also the theme, like the covers were like gave me like dark, so I did do the darker colors. These were the darkest colors of my tabs. Then for Reckless, I have the Barnes & Noble edition, and the Barnes & Noble edition, instead of having it as red leaves, I think it's red or purple, it's blue leaves or petals or leaves, it doesn't matter. And so of course I had to go with the blue palette to match the cover. So last time I gotta pause the video because of storage. But yeah, I already knew what Adina was like because of Powerless. And so when I dove into Powerful, I obviously chose my Rainbow Fun palette because Adina's all fun, she's all rainbow, she's all sunshine, she's all cupcakes and rainbows and all this other stuff. Like she's the sunshine to Peyton's Grumpy, or she's the sunshine to Makoto's Grumpy, like all this stuff. So I chose the Rainbow palette because I thought it would suit her. And I'm glad I did. I honored her well. Yeah. So I would say that concludes this very tearful, I didn't see the tears because I have an ugly cry, but that concludes this very tearful book review, book vlog, whatever. I need to edit this. It's probably gonna end up as like 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, I don't want to edit that. Okay. Anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed, and best believe that when Fearless comes out in 2025, April, I will be making a Fearless reading blog. Because at this point, we've read the first 3 books. Why not read the 4th? Why not read the 4th? And honestly, we should get... Oh wait, because what were we even... do. Because I think about it, I was going to say we should get a 2.5, book 2.5, because book 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and then book 3. But who would even do the book 1? Makoto? We already know a lot about Makoto, and who would his dual POV could be? Because I know when Lauren does books, she does dual POV. So who would his dual POV be? Because if it's with someone else, I'm gonna be mad. Shut up! Don't. No. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit notification bell so you guys never ever miss a video. I'll see you all in my next video. Happy birthday, for your birthday. Be safe, be kind, be treated the way you want to be treated. And I'll see you all in my next video. Hope you guys all enjoyed this reading vlog. And I don't know what the next video is gonna be, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. Bye. It is release day for Fearless, and I don't have my copy. And I never do 2 reading vlogs at once because I fear the footage will get mixed up, but I don't care. I'm starting this book today. I don't have my copy, and I was like, oh my goodness, I really want to read this book and stuff like that, yappa. I forgot that Spotify has something called audiobooks. So this reading vlog, you're not going to see much of the actual book. You guys are just going to see me listen to the audiobook, really, because goodness gracious, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting to get my copy to read this book everybody's talking about today, and I already know there's gonna be spoilers everywhere, so I need to start my book. And I really want to see if you guys remember the Powerless reading vlog I did a few months ago when I think Powerful or Reckless, no, it was Reckless, when Reckless had just came out. That's when I discovered Powerless and discovered basically my favorite book series ever. I was like, I cannot wait for Fearless to come out, and Lauren Roberts actually has confirmed there's going to be another novella as well, and I just really want to know if we're going to see Mac in this book. Like, if he appears in this book, that's some top-notch gold, okay? So over here on my shelf, I just want to show you my little Powerless section right now because it's definitely something. So we have the paperback that got sent here all the way from the UK because the US doesn't have them. Oh, we have the Sticky Buns, the official licensed Sticky Buns Powerless candle, which literally smells amazing. I got the soap too. The soap is all gone. I'm being real with y'all. The soap is literally like, it's gone. It is gone. Oh, by the way, peep the Girls Guide to Murder that I have. I have the TV copy, but once again, back to our little shrine. We have the Powerless hardcover. Then we have the Reckless hardcover, and then we have the Powerful, like the one with the sprayed edges, the official new one now. And then we have the old one that I originally had. And then, I'm not even done, I have more. Then we come over here where I keep all my special editions, and we have the special edition of Powerless, which I actually didn't unbox. I did a book haul. You guys can actually see like everything about this book, like all the unique perks and quirks and everything like that, so go check that out. But we're about to read Fearless, because honey, girl, this is crazy. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm just so excited. Okay, I'm gonna start the audiobook now. So Lauren actually got to do the prologue, which I thought it was the epilogue that she did, so it kind of surprised me when like I opened it up and it's like, oh yeah, prologue read by the author, and I was like, oh, I thought it was the epilogue. No, it's the prologue. Why are we on chapter 1 and we already see Kit, bro? Where's Kai? Where's Kai? We don't want Kit. We don't want Kit. I'm dead. We don't want Kit. I'm dead serious. Where's Kai at? Where's Kai? Just bring Kai. We don't want Kit. We don't want him. So also, why is there honey in it? Is she in a jail cell? I literally cannot tell where we're at right now. And if so, why is there honey in there? Like, has he low-key been feeding her sticky buns? Is he trying to mock her? Beat him up. Get him. Beat him up. I don't care what you do. Just get rid of Kit immediately, bro. He better have Adina's end. He better have Adina's ending. I don't care. I don't care anymore. He needs to be stopped immediately. Okay. I'm gonna calm down. I'm going to. I can't calm down. My goodness gracious, my goodness gracious. Y'all, we're only on, what, chapter 2? This is Kai's chapter. I can't keep playing these games, Lauren. You need to calm down. You need to stop attempting to hurt me because that hurts. Because, like, seriously, like, what am I supposed to do with this information? The ring! And I just feel like it's the same thing I said at the end of Reckless. I think I said this at the end of Reckless on my review. Kit knows what he's doing. He knows what he is doing. And he can say, it's for 𝘰𝘱𝘦, so we can invite the ordinaries back into 𝘰𝘱𝘦, and we can have our little alliances. Boy, no, you're doing it to hurt your brother because your brother isn't as affected by your father's death as you are. Did I lie? Because that kind of sounds like what could be true. Did I lie? I didn't lie. I can't take this book seriously. This is the last book in this trilogy, besides the novella, which we don't even know what the novella is about. It might be like, Kai and Peyton get married. If Kai even lives, y'all, did y'all see the video Lauren Robert posted? She was like, I'm gonna tell you guys 5 things about Fearless. Oh my goodness. And one of these things is a lie.
Hello, I'm Lauren Roberts, the author of the Powerless series, and today we're gonna play a little game, alright? I'm gonna say 5 things that happen in Fearless, but one of them is gonna be a lie, so good luck. Number 1, we're gonna start off really strong. Kai's gonna die.
And the first thing that came out of this woman's mouth was Kai's gonna die. Lauren, why was that the first thing that came out of your mouth? Yeah, she was like, number 1, Kai's gonna die. What? I had to pause like, whoa, what? What? So if Kai lives in this book, because the blood on the crown has to represent something. I'm hoping it's Kit, you know? Or maybe I'm hoping it's Loki, it's gonna be Mac. Because you might be like, why would you want Mac to die? So he could be with Adina, bro. I'm not a monster. It's just common sense to me, really. But common sense ain't so common, I guess. But this book is gonna make me crash out, and I'm only on chapter 2. I'm barely 5% in, and I'm already crashing out. Lauren, what are you doing? No, Payne's gonna be Kai's undoing. No, this book is gonna be my undoing. What are we doing? Y'all should have heard, guys, I'm actually bedazzling caramel right now. So, like, if you see me putting gems down, that's why. But y'all should have, like, heard the crash out tweaking I just did. Okay, I'm sorry. But it's kind of just like, guys, Kai is about to beat somebody up. And Kit, I hope Kit witnesses it, bro. Kit deserves to feel some sort of remorse, bro. I hope in this book, Kit catches them having little flirtatious moments, bro. I swear. I just want this man to feel bad for his actions. Like, why would you do that? You know exactly what you're doing. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, right now, you should be ashamed of yourself. And right now, you aren't. It doesn't seem like you are. It seems like you're just doing this so that way you can get, you know, resources back. You're not even doing this. You're just trying to make yourself look good in front of the other kingdoms. It doesn't even feel like it's genuine at this point. It just feels like you're trying to put your brother in a horrible situation because, you know, you're mad he doesn't have the same grief as you. And he knows the truth and you don't. And you just want the other kingdoms to give you their resources. So you have to pretend to like the ordinaries. Simple as that. Because, like, I don't care what you guys say. That's literally what he's gonna do. I don't care. I'm calling it right here, right now. Literally, hello. Thank you. It's literally what he's gonna do. And y'all can try and say, but what if, don't what if me, bro. Do not what if me. Because I swear, Kit, you deserve some consequences for them actions. You should be ashamed. Yo, we finally did it! It took me for... No, I'm not even done. I still have to do the spine. But I can say that I finished the cover because the spine's gonna be easy. I just need to put the black gems on the spine. That's literally it. But Peyton, I see you! Peyton, I see you. She's like, no, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do nothing. I need to do nothing because I can handle bow. I can handle it. No, period. Clock tea. And then, I'm sorry, the nauseating is what killed me. I'm sorry. Like, how's the view? Nauseating. Like, I love these two. I love these two so freaking much. I am sitting here bedazzling Light Lark. Just started. Hello, you guys can't even see what I did. Just started bedazzling Light Lark. Kai's gonna die. He's gonna die. You remember, like, Maddie, what happened to the... Oh, Kai's like... Y'all, I don't even know what chapter I'm on. I think it's like chapter 12. I don't know, but it's like a scene where Kai and Peyton are in her bedroom, and she, like, he's about to tell her that he loves her, and she's just like, don't say it, because everybody that's ever said that has died. And he's like, well, that's not gonna happen with me. If that's not sudden foreshadowing, if that's not subtle foreshadowing, I don't know what is. Y'all, we low-key, we might be doomed. Like, legitimately, because I don't think I'm gonna survive this book. This book is going to completely put me in a slump. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe like the series is like literally on the verge of its end and I'm reading the last book. I've been waiting since last year when I literally, I don't even think I picked up the camera right after I finished reading Reckless. I just remember like going downstairs and like my face was like I was sitting face first into the couch. Like I was literally just sitting there pondering like over what I read. I was just like, oh my goodness gracious, bro, like this is the most, it was either Reckless or Powerful, because I read Powerful last. I just don't remember if I, did all the yada yada with Powerful. Wait, I don't know if I went downstairs to literally rethink all my life choices after I finished Reckless. I think it was Powerful, because Powerful most definitely had me rethinking my life choices. And also, there's been like a lot of talk like, we need somebody to train some of the ordinaries, we need to train more people who were like out in the slums. And I'm pretty sure that Peyton's about to go back into like that little sandy area that her and Kai were like venturing through, that like took them 20,000 years to get through. So I'm pretty sure she's about to go back there from like what I'm able to listen to, because I don't have a physical copy, so I can't go back and check. I'm really not trying to waste my Spotify hours, because I used a lot of Spotify hours this month to listen to First Time Caller, and I don't want them to be like, yeah, here, your time is up. Like every time a chapter ends and I hear like the girl that's voicing Peyton sounds exactly like the Spotify girl that's like, hey, your time is up, you just got an email saying goodbye, another hour. How many more hours is it for that $10? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 or 7. Honey, what is $6 or $7 hours gonna do for me? Make it 10 hours, $1 an hour. But every time I hear the chapter whatever out of the Peyton voice actor's voice, I'm just like, are my hours up? They're not up, y'all. We're good. Everything's safe in Whoville. Which at the same time, I feel like, why does Spotify even have us freaking have a limit on our audiobooks? Like me personally, if I'm paying for premium, I want as many audiobooks as as many audiobooks as you guys have up there included in premium to listen to the entire thing. No hour tracking at all. I don't want hour tracking. So if we're gonna have hour tracking, then at least make that for the people that don't have premium, because at this point, My premium is completely useless to me. I only use premium so I can get my monthly listening hours. But whatever. Whatever you say, this is how we're doing. I'm liking it so far. But I'm gonna continue. I'm just like literally like Kai's gonna die. Also, we got a POV chapter from whatever their father's name is, something Azar. I don't know his name. Nobody cares about him. Don't nobody like him. But we got a chapter from him, and I'm just like, was this guy good at one point? Like, was he good? Like a good person at one point, and then like he switched up everything after like his wife being alive was like public again? Because that's low-key what it seems like is happening. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm gonna go check up on my Binding 13 book to see if those pages are dry yet, because if you guys watched my book haul that I posted, I don't know if it came out right before this one. I think it came out right before this one. But if you guys watch the book haul, you guys will know that I got a whole bunch of books wet thanks to USPS leaving my package out in the rain. And so that, I filmed that yesterday. And every single last one of my books finished drying except for that one. My fan is on right now. I literally said in that video I don't like my fan being on at all. I've had it on because cold air is supposed to have like a less impact on the book pages, which is true apparently, because I can't even tell that water got on like, I can't tell that water got on my Powerless paper bag, my one. I'm so mad about the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, bro. Like, if you watch the book haul, you guys will know why I'm mad. But that's there. And my books got murdered. I cannot tell that water had hit them because the pages are like perfect thanks to like the fan. Because usually like they're like all crinkled and everything. Because I'm like in hot environments usually when I have water that gets on my books. And I'm saying usually, this does not happen often. It's literally only happened like once, and that was with my original Girls Guide to Murder copy. But Binding 13 is a really chunky book, so it's literally like the pages are slowly drying. Like, I went and checked earlier and I was like, oh, so the pages are just cold but they're dry. No, honey, I went and touched some things and all the things are still soaked. So, yeah, I'm gonna check up on that, see how that's doing. It's freezing cold in here because of this freaking fan. And then I'm going to, oh yeah, these are like some books I'm currently reading. Unravel Me, well, obviously not right now, I'm currently reading Fearless, but Fearless, Unravel Me by 𝘰𝘱𝘦𝘯. This one is for another reading vlog, but Heir of Broken Fate, which is like why at the beginning I mentioned I don't like filming 2 reading vlogs at once, but it's release day. It's release day. And I'm also reading Funny Story. So 4 books at once, it always works out for me. It is the next day. I actually read more, and I didn't tell y'all, but we're on chapter 37, and I think we're about to see Mac because Peyton's like going home because she misses Adina, and so she is leaving the castle and she's going to, you know, the little fort, and I think we're about to see Mac, bro. I don't know though. As much as I don't like Blair, she's literally an icon. She's lit, bro. I'm sorry. Like, she's like, quiet, Ginger Snap. The girls are talking. Lauren, you hear from my lawyers if Kai does not come back to life. See, Kai just died.
Kai's gonna die.
We need to fix that.
Kai's gonna die.
So, if you can make him revive or something, please do.
Kai's gonna die.
Maybe like, you know, she gets some kind of revival powers and she revives him, and then she can revive Adina. Girl, no, stop being Delulu, please. And then revive Blair, and like she can revive her father and all that stuff. Like, you know, maybe, hopefully. But y'all set this lady up, because the only thing I was thinking about this entire scene was like, if Kai dies, she's going to be hated because she's already hated for killing the king, and they set her up. They set her up. They want to see her win. Like, if she won, they want to see her win so they could blame her for something else. But if she lost, they wanted that in the first place. Lauren, you will be hearing from me, my attorney, my lawyer, everything, because this isn't, I don't know whether to laugh or cry, bro. Like, don't want to cry, don't want to laugh. What's the vibes? I don't know. Kid, what kind of sickness, illness do you have? Because I don't want it. I don't want that now. This man coughing into cloth. He's weak. He's tired. He's pale. His face is hollow. I don't want that. Get that over there. But I do want to know what's going on with you, bro. Because what is going on? Let me know. Let me know. Because I'm curious. Let me know. Let me know. Because I'm curious. Lauren, I know you did not. You did not just kill Mac. Is he alive? Because I was in here thinking, like, why would the wielder want to save Peyton? Like, if that wasn't Kai, why would he want to save Peyton? That makes so much sense. Did you just sit here and kill Kai? Wait, did you just sit here and kill Mac? At least he gets to be with Adina. Oh my goodness gracious. Lauren, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's why when I asked that person on Instagram, I was like, hey, I haven't read Fearless yet. Do we see Mac? And they were like, yeah, side emojis and a heart. And I was like, what's the side emoji for? It's a good thing. No. Lauren. I don't think I've ever cried on camera, but Lauren, you did not just kill Mac. Goodness gracious. He was a wielder? I thought he had like... Oh, he was a wielder because he was able to go through stuff like Adina. He was able to use her powers. Are we pulling the twisted games? So that means Kit is her brother. Dang, I mean, none of you children is. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. She just married her brother. That's so crazy. Half brother. Half brother. But still. Lauren Roberts. Lauren Roberts. Do you think it's funny to play with my feelings, with my emotions, with my brain? Because I just finished Fearless, and it was the most confusing crap I've ever read. 5 stars. I'm impressed. Because, you know, usually books don't leave me like, what? So let's address a few things first before I give my final review. 1, they have a daughter. I thought they would name, the obvious choice was Adina, but no, it's Kit. Which is like, it's still cute, but Adina was the first to go, you know? I'm sorry, that's so wrong, but still, why not Adina? Then, Kit he meets Adina, he meets Mac, and who the freak is Mara? Because I was talking to somebody, and I was like, Mara? And they were like, who's Mara, by the way? I was like, I think that's Kai's mother, because mind you, I don't have my physical book, so I don't know how it's spelled. So I'm listening to the audiobook, and so this person is just like, oh, no, her name is Mila. So who the freak is Mara? Maybe that's just like a name, the name of Death. Because, so it's not Ava, because I was going to be like, what if it's a little girl? It's not Iris. Forget Iris. Iris is the reason we're in this predicament. You feel me? Also, I'm gonna explain the family tree real quick. So I was trying to explain this to my friends and they were like, what the freak? So apparently it was Iris and Edric, and that was Kit. Then it was Iris and Callum, whatever, and that was Peyton, so that makes them half siblings. Then it was Mila, whatever, and then the mysterious man, which is Kai. And so the wedding, let's talk about the wedding real quick. Kai and Peyton kissed. Wait. Kit and Peyton kissed. Honey, what? And then I just want to be like, okay, I see where Kai is coming from. Like, she killed your family. Well, your family. She killed your father. She killed your father. And so you're mad about it. Understandable. I get it, right? But there were many obvious attempts where she tried to re-befriend this man, or like make it up to him, or like, you know, she apologized on multiple occasions, and I know it's like never going to erase that feeling, but he was out here talking as if she was not apologizing, as if she was not working to be better. He was talking about some, she's trying to steal this from you, break us apart, you know, we're family. And I'm just thinking like, you know, Peyton is your biological sister, and you know this information, so why are we acting like she's not sitting right here as your family? And it's like, she killed her father and broke us apart. Your father put an O over her heart, traumatized this girl, abandoned this girl, dropped her off at the doorstep of a random healer, and then got the healer killed. What else? What else did he do? Oh yeah, killed her best friend. Inserted her into these trials she didn't even want to be part of, targeted her, hated her, lied on her name, blamed her for Iris' death. Honestly, I could go on and on. This man did a lot of things, and it was self-defense. He came at her, and so he took a little knifey to the hearty. Simple as that. So why are we mad at her? I just feel like. And then he had the nerve to say the same thing as Edric. He was like, well, she killed my mother. She killed our mother, Kai. Do you think she could control? She was a freaking 0-second-year-old. She wasn't even, she was a 0-second-old. She was barely born. How's that her fault? And then Kai was like, your mother, don't put us together like that, you know? And yeah, sure, it's like, oh my goodness, like, he's considered the brothers and whatnot, and this, that, and the third. Yeah, they're brothers-in-law. Yeah, they're brothers-in-law. What else do you want to say to that? So, that's also, oh my goodness, this book is just crazy to me. There's also, like, the ring scene. I was talking to the same person about this, but the ring scene where it was like, you know, like, just slip it off, just take it off. I folded, I fumbled, I stumbled, and I crumbled. I was a puddle that mumbled. Like, y'all can't be doing this to me. Lauren, I have an entire section dedicated to you. Lauren, what have you done to me? I cried over Mac. But at least Mac still gets to be with Adina. Mac and Dina. What would that be? A plus M. AM! I'm not funny, but I find myself to be so. So you guys will pretend that I'm funny as well. Simple as that. I really don't have too much more to say on this book. I know this was like one of my shorter reading vlogs because I didn't have my physical copy, but I needed to read this book. I did not want to run into any spoilers, which I did, honestly. I went on Goodreads because there was a certain scene where it was like, I was like, is this like Keeping 13, or it's like, you know, some explicit scene in a YA book? And I was just checking Goodreads to make sure there wasn't, and there was not. But I came across something on Goodreads that I didn't mean to read, where it was like, and Peyton's a royal, and I was like, okay. But I didn't know that she was related to a kid, so I guess it was like not that crazy and everything, but it was kind of giving me Twisted Games vibes. And like, you guys know I hated Twisted Games, so I thought the rest of this book would be utter trash, but it was not, frankly. And I will be reading Red Queen, and I will be reading Hunger Games. Both of those will be their reading vlogs. I'm going to be reading both of those series, the entire series, because people constantly say like, Red Queen is like, no, Powerless is like a carbon copy of Red Queen. But I've also heard other people say like, I read Red Queen and like it's not a carbon copy. Red Queen focuses more on the fantasy and Powerless focuses more on the romance. Like the endings are different and like the goals are different and what's going on is different. And I just feel like I don't know if I'm gonna like Red Queen. And like, not because like I've already read Powerless, I want to read something that's just like Powerless, you know. And I feel like Red Queen might be that, but you guys know I hate fantasy. Like, I could barely get through Iron Flame because it was so heavy on the fantasy. I want it more heavy on the romance, which is kind of like why I love Powerless so much, because it has a mix of that thrill with the romance as well. But if Red Queen is just like more heavy on the fantasy than the romance, I'm gonna like, I don't know, I might like it, I might hate it, you know. Like, I was able to get through Fourth Wing, that has a lot of fantasy, and I was able to get through Powerless. Reckless didn't have that much fantasy, but Powerless and Fearless most definitely did. So I just feel like I might be able to power through. But I have tried to read Wings of Fire, which was supposed to be like a nice grade level fantasy, and I absolutely hated that. And that was heavy on fantasy. I barely got through Rebel Rose, which was a fantasy. And I could probably make some more fantasies, but you know, I have a hard time with fantasies that are not heavy on the romance plot. So I'm gonna give Red Queen a try. I'm gonna give Hunger Games a try, and I might like them. I honestly, if I like Powerless, people say they're like really similar, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like both of those series. Which kind of like, it also really upsets me when I'm like, I see people talking about like, I want a book just like Red Queen, and then the second Powerless gets published, it's like, oh, it's a carbon copy and plagiarism. But I thought, number one, you asked for this, and number two, it wasn't meant for you. It was made for her TikTok people that want her to write it. Number three, it's not carbon copy. If you pay attention, it's more heavy on the romance. And number four, if you don't like it, I literally saw reviews where people were rating and they rated Fearless, the entire series, 1 star. You need to be like my friend Maria. You know what she did? She said she was not going to read Fearless because she hated Powerless. She hated Reckless. She only loved Powerful. So she said she was not going to read Fearless. She would just listen to me talk about it because she wanted to hear my thoughts and opinions. She did not read Fearless because she hated it. So why can you not DNF the series? If she can, you can. I DNF'd the Wings of Fire series after the first book. I hated it. You know, they're like, I don't think I've ever read a series where I had to DNF it because I didn't like it. I don't think so. But if she can DNF a series, you can too. You don't have to read. Nobody's pointing a gun at your head saying, finish Fearless right now, read it, rate it, review it. Honey, if you didn't like Powerless and Reckless, that should have been your sign to get up and get out. Because you're not bringing good vibes to the function. Like, I get leaving a bad review on like the first 2 books, because you know sometimes you have to read the first 2 books to see if you like the story. But reading all the way to the 3rd book, and then hating it and saying you hated the first and second book, and you read the third book, you read the third book that you thinking you would hate it. Why did you pick it up then? Why did you buy your copy? Why did you leave Barnes & Noble? Why did you leave Target? Why did you leave Walmart? Wherever you get your book copies from? Why did you let Amazon deliver it to your house? Why did you buy your audiobook? Why did you buy your Kindle copy? Why did you, do this, do that, and the third? Why did you buy your Apple Book copy? Why did you do all that if you knew you were gonna hate it? Because to me, that just seems like you're trying to be negative. Which you don't need to be negative, just don't read it. It's literally that simple. It's a few days later. I didn't write it's 7 days later actually. I didn't write my review till today because I had no words, right? This came in the mail yesterday. I love it. I actually was waiting because I entered a giveaway that someone was hosting for a free copy of Fearless. I didn't win, and so I just bought my copy because I was like, if I don't win, I'm going to buy the copy because I wanted a copy. I was just like, okay, if I get the chance to get a free copy, why not try to get a free copy? I didn't get it. Someone else won it, which congratulations to them. But I do have my copy here. And I went back and I reread some stuff because I think I missed a lot when I was reading. So, something I want to point out that I'm going to read to you guys real quick. It was an interaction between Blair and Peyton at the end of the book. Yes, you heard me right. Remember when I don't know if I talked about it, but I know there was a scene where Blair got burned in the fire, all that stuff. Okay. Okay, it was a scene. You have prepared me well, he reminds. His arm tugs me close, and I rest my head on his shoulder. We watch our daughter skip in the cooling sunlight, until a flash of lilac has my gaze flickering to a shadowed corner of the street. I stare into the face of a ghost. She stares back. Scarred flesh climbs up the side of her neck. Mutilated skin stretches across her features before disappearing into that lilac hair. Only one half of her sharp face bears the remnants of my hatred. I can still feel her soft skin beneath my palm, feel the heat of the raging fire I forced her into. I expect that rage to resurface now. I expect to crave the revenge on Adina's behalf, and ache to finish what I apparently did not fit the first time. Blair seems to anticipate the same, because I watch her shoulders tense beneath the cloak slung over them. But I feel nothing. I do nothing. We stare at each other for several beats of my clamoring heart. In another lifetime, she was my enemy. Here, she is a stranger. I do not wish to avenge Adina any longer. I wish for her to rest. So, with a slight nod of my head, I let Blair go. She returns a silent peace offering with a dip of her chin. What just fell? I don't know what just fell, but honey, can we just talk about that? Hold on. We'll do the dramatic book slam. Honey, can we I missed that the first time that I listened to it. Because like I said, I was listening to audiobook, so when I listen to audiobook, I miss a lot of things. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. But I think this further confirms that the novella is gonna be about Blair and Lenny. Because Lauren has confirmed it's gonna be another novella after Fearless. So now we're just gonna wait for that announcement. We just don't know who it's gonna be about. And I have a theory. This has nothing to do with what I think the story is going to be about. I have a theory that the book's going to be about Lenny and Blair. Here's why. So, first of all, we see Blair alive, right? Second of all, he made it his life's mission to protect Blair, which, that was his job, but he, took it over the top, Kind of took it over the top. He was extremely protective of her. And then, not to mention the fact that when Blair had supposedly died, he asked to be let off his job. He didn't want to work at the castle anymore. He wanted to leave. So maybe the reason he wanted to work at the castle was because Blair was there. Y'all, tell me it doesn't make sense, because I know you know that it makes sense. It all makes sense, y'all. And if you guys disagree, then you disagree, but I think it's going to be about Lenny and Blair. Yeah, but overall, I don't know if I did a great talk, but overall, this book, 5 stars. Oh my goodness. Somebody asked me about this book, and I went on a rampage. My friend Leah was like, I need to pick up Fearless. I said, girl, Fearless was something. And she said, oh, I said, yeah. She was like, I'm scared. I said, keep that mindset throughout the entire book. You will need it. You know what? It's crazy what the human body does. You know, we know something is going to give us pain, but we go towards it anyways. So, with that being said, welcome to the Fearful reading vlog, guys. And this has spoilers, so if you haven't read it, I don't recommend watching this if you haven't read it, but y'all, this book just came out. I have two versions. I have the Barnes & Noble edition, because I have Barnes & Noble editions of everything besides Fearless. I need to get I literally have one that I need to get, and I'm gonna get it, but it doesn't matter. We have, okay, bro, the Barnes & Noble edition, and we have the normal edition. Guess which one we're gonna read? The Barnes & Noble edition. You wanna know why? Because I'm not taking this off the very, very bottom. I'm putting it back up there every single day. So we're gonna take this one, which is in the normal shelf. And we're gonna start reading in this vlog, like, right now. We're gonna start reading this right now. I'm too lazy to get my tripod out here, so you guys have to deal with this. So I've read Powerless, Reckless, and Powerful on this channel in one big vlog. Then I read Fearless in another big vlog. Well, it wasn't big because it was an audiobook. And then I've ranted about this book so many times. So now we are here reading Fearful, which is the final installment in the Powerless trilogy. This is the last novella. Guys, I'm so scared. I've seen people crying over Fearful, and I don't think I'm ready to shed some tears. Okay, I don't think I'm ready, but are we going to do that anyways, whether I'm ready or not? Yes, we are, actually. So we're going to go ahead and start reading Fearful. Now, this is Kit and Mara, and it is a romance. Guys, now I actually, like, really want to check something in Fearless. Dang it. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it, like, right now, guys, because, yeah. And once I finish this, I can move on to Shades of Red. And this is, wait, actually, without spoiling anything, can I see how many pages this book is? 211 pages. I am very confident I can finish this within just a few days because it's so short. So let's go ahead and get started. Why not? I'm a bit thrown off because it's written in third and first person. So like Mara's is in third person and then his is in first person, and it's throwing me off because when it comes to Lauren's writing, I feel like she writes better in first person, and like I'm kind of bored reading Mara's chapters because I'm just like, you know, I don't know, I feel like I connect with characters better when it's in first person. So when there's a book that's written in third person, I just don't connect as well. And also it's just a random shift in perceptions and perspectives mid-series, like to just have us go also in between chapters as well. I hate when books are like one certain POV is in third person, the other one's in first person, because one, it's really confusing, and also it annoys me a lot because I'm just like, okay, well, we can get first person for this character but we can't get it for another character, and it makes me really mad because I just want to have first person for both characters or third person for both characters. Like, don't switch it up on me, because then I'm just gonna be mad at everybody that's involved and be like, okay bro, well, what the heck, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck? What was the reason? Why? It's like, bro, you know, you guys know what I'm saying? So I just really wish that we had Mara's POVs in first person, because I feel like I would, for one, be much more intrigued with her chapters. Like, really, right now, I'm only really interested in when it's kids chapters, and I'm not interested when it's Mara's chapters, because hers is in third person, and it's switching from third to first person. It's so trippy. I just don't like when books do that. I don't like when authors do that to their books. I'm just like, can't you just pick either one POV or another POV? Like, we can do third person or we can do first person, but we need to pick one, because this duo switching thing, it's not working for me at all. Because it's just like, you go from being in the character's eyes, like seeing it through their lenses, to seeing it as if we're watching a movie, and like, it's just like, please, I just want to stay in one POV for both characters. Like, for all of her other books, we've had first person for both characters. It's never been like this switch flip-flop thing. And I'm gonna be real honest with you, if this was something that was in the first two, like in all the previous books, I don't think I would have liked the series as much as I did. And you might be like, why? That's a bit harsh, it's a bit harsh. But first of all, I'm a first person kind of girl. Like, I can do third person. It's literally not gonna kill me if I read a third person book. I'm gonna enjoy it. But it's like, it's when you're switching from third to first person each chapter, and that's when I'm starting to be like, okay, well, please don't piss me off, you know? Like, don't do it. It's not worth it. And you guys know, Powerless is my favorite series. Like, it's my favorite series. I own so many copies of just this series alone. But I don't know if Fearful is the one for me. Like, then again, we're only like 10-20 pages into the book, so who knows. But I just really wish we didn't have like this flip-flop thing, because we're going from third person to first person to third person to first person. I'm just like, okay, well, this is gonna make me mad. Like, I'm genuinely going to be very, very, very upset, is what I'm hearing when I open up this book. Okay, so I don't know, really scared. I think I'm also gonna start Shades of Red today. So if you guys see that reading vlog and you guys see me in this exact same shirt, it's literally because most of the times I film 2 reading vlogs at once. So don't judge a girl. I like to have my options open. Now you might be like, what was the other reading vlog you're filming while reading A Broken Fate? It was Glass Sword, but I'm scratched. It's scratched. I'm giving those books away. But it's a shame, because the only reason those were on like the TBR for this month was because of like my siblings picked my TBR for this month, and my sister and my brother literally teamed up and picked the entire ACOTAR series and the Red Queen series. Now, I've seen things, people being like, oh, Sarah J Maas is like a bad person because of this and that and the third, but literally everything they're saying, she has never said, her team has never said. Now, her promotional tactics, they're very strange, I will admit, but I don't think it was meant maliciously, because I don't think it was meant maliciously, but like, it's like Victoria Aveyard literally came out and said some really disgusting things. So I don't plan on continuing her books. So that entire thing was just scratched. you know. Hey, but the Hunger Games, I didn't get back on the Hunger Games, but my TBR once again is the entire ACOTAR series and like 3 other books. So I don't think Hunger Games is going to be this month, but maybe next month, maybe October. October might be the month that we hit the reading vlogs back for the Hunger Games, because I do think that I could possibly do that next month. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Anyways, Fearful. This is a pretty long chapter. I looked to see before I like fully committed how long the chapter is. It's not long, you know, but I got stuff to do. So I'm gonna pause right here and I'm gonna get some work done, and then I'm gonna come back and like continue reading. But that's just my input for right now, because I just want to like give you guys an update about how I was feeling about the flip-flopping of the chapters, because I was just like, bro, this kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, other than that, I want to take off this dust jacket because I forgot to do that. It's gonna make me mad. Look at this beautifulness. I'm actually mad because the only thing that's different with the Barnes & Noble 6th edition is the cover. And nothing that's like, this is not different, the interior is not different, there's no bonus chapters. It's literally just the dust jacket. Get your bag though, Lauren, because I'm gonna buy it regardless. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get back to reading this a little later, but I got work to do, so I'm gonna get that work done and then we can come back to this. So we are now into Fearful, like we're on chapter 13, and I'm finally like, okay, T, like I'm not being, if you guys hear something clamping, it's literally my phone charm hitting against my tripod. Please ignore it. Please, can I just please like just say, like, I know I came up here already and I was like, oh, Mara is like such a cutie, this, that, and the third. Guys, I'm being so serious, so genuine. Like, it's really like sometimes when like she's curious about something, it's like she just is an ultimate cutie. She's just like, I want to know too. Like, she's looking over people's shoulders like, hey guys, can I see? Like, I want to see. And like, she's so blunt too. So like, Kate can ask a question and just be like, yep, you just gotta die. You're finna die. And you're just like, but if you think about it, when Kit and Peyton were fadoodling on that ship, guys, Kai and Peyton, I'm sorry, that meant Kit and Mara were fadoodling at the castle. Oh, why is he having an entire love story with Death? That's genuinely concerning, but it's okay. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. Every time I think about Kit, I just see Peyton. Like, the reason why is because, like, whenever, like, literally, like, just now, before I picked up the camera, I was literally just thinking, like, because he's visiting his mother in, like, death or whatever, like, he's being temporarily killed or something like that. I think that's what's happening. He had to go see his mother, but if you think about it, he's technically seeing Peyton's mama too. So like, that entire scene, I was just like, it's kind of crazy how you're seeing your sister's parents without her, you know? Crazy. Absurdity. I know. It's phenomenal. I want to say about halfway into the book, and since it's a novella, I already know that this reading vlog is not going to be way too long because it's a novella. It's under 300 pages, not a lot to do, and also I'm a very busy human being, so when I am like sitting down and reading this, I'm reading like 3 pages at a time, putting it down, and then reading 3 pages at a time, and then putting it down, and then I'm working, and then I'm working, and I'm working, and then I'm editing, and then I'm reading 3 pages at a time, and then I'm editing. So I just like, today I was just like, well, what if I just listen to like the audiobook and see where that gets me? And I'm like listening to audiobook. Amazing. It's so good, guys. what is this lady's name? I'm sorry. Lauren voiced, I'm gonna say Peyton. Laura voiced Mara. So it's so much fun because we get to hear, you know, Lauren voice act another character, which genuinely makes sense because I'm pretty sure the prologue is Mara, right? Like the prologue is Mara, and then we see Kit in the epilogue with Mara. So it would make sense that if Mara was the person we follow in the prologue, and Lauren voiced Mara, it would in the prologue of Fearless, it would make sense for Lauren to voice Mara in Fearful. So yeah, I just find it really crazy that we've had novellas for Powerless, which is powerful, and then we've had a novella for Fearless, which is Fearful, but there's no Reckless novella called Wreckful. I'm sorry. You know what meme has been running through my head all day? Roaches in the cereal! Oh my goodness. It's crazy out here, guys, I promise. But yeah, I'm just like so excited. Listen, I got this because, well, first of all, I already own like I'm literally just missing Fearless. Before you guys say something, I have all the Barnes & Noble editions. I'm gonna get Fearless of the Powerless trilogy along with the novellas, right? So, and also I have both OGs. I have the normal and the Barnes & Noble edition. OGs are powerful. So I need to get the Fearless one, obviously. So I got this, which first of all, it's blue. The entire series is black. No, the entire series besides the OG Powerful is black. Because why did they make that white and then why did they make this blue? Is it because they're novellas? But even this novella, like, they're black. So why did we just are we throwing in random colors for fun? Barnes & Noble, please get your act together. No, because it's the only time Barnes & Noble has screwed up. Simon & Schuster, however you pronounce the publishing company, what is this? Do you see this? Like, what is this random source of light? Please explain yourself. You have stuff to explain to me. Anyways, I also love how, like, I also love how we got this. Like, literally everybody that heard about this was automatically like, yep, this is gonna be about Lenny and Blair. And then we found out it was about Kit and Mara, and we was like, I was excited, but people were like, most people don't like Kit for some reason. And so when they found that out, they were like, and people were like, who is Mara? Well, if you paid attention to the epilogue, then you know who Mara is, but you know, who am I to talk? Who am I? I'm just a reader. Just the Powerless reader. But people were like disappointed because we were expecting Lenny and Blair. So we're literally following not just Kit and Mara, but also Lenny and Blair, because Mara follows Lenny and Blair. We only see Kit and Mara so far together in Kit's POVs, and right now there's more Mara POVs than there is Kit. And whenever we're in Mara's POV, she's either slightly stalking Kit or she's just full-blown following Lenny and Blair, and we're getting their story at the same time we're getting Kit and Mara's. Now, isn't that interesting? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that exciting? I love it. Anyways, I'm doing a series called 1,000 new words every day, where I write 1,000 new words every day to get this new novel that I'm working on out. And I need to film my 2,000 words for today. So I'm gonna go film my 2,000 words. I'm gonna go write 2,000 words and film it, and then I edit it so I can get it scheduled for tomorrow morning, to at least for Instagram. Because if you guys are here on YouTube, you guys are not going to see that probably until October. But if you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram, because, well, you guys know what I'm talking about. But if you're just viewing on YouTube, you have no clue what I'm speaking about, you should, like, go follow the Instagram, go follow the TikTok, do the things, and join the Fail Book Club, because we're also reading, I don't know if this is going to come out before September ends. I hope it will, because I have another reading vlog to film for September. But Fearful, we're reading this is our book for September, so you guys should like go join the Facebook book club. And right now we're deciding, like, I'm letting people give their like input and like say like, oh well, this is what I want to read, stuff like that, for October. So if you guys want to go ahead and join the book club, you guys really should, because we have a great time over there. Like, you're missing out. Yes. And after I decided like I was gonna start Shades of Red. I started Shades of Red, which is by Jane Thompson, and I have a reading vlog, spoiler reading vlog coming up for that. But I was just like, I'm gonna finish the novella first, so that way I can at least do the other reading vlog, which is reading the rest of the ACOTAR series, because that's what my siblings chose for my TBR, because I'm doing a reading vlog on the stuff they chose, which that might not come out till October, which I'm actually fine with, because those books are big. So I'm fine with it coming out in October. I'm not expecting to finish the series this month. I just want to be able to finish the second book in the series before the end of the month. And yeah, I was gonna say the novella too, but the novella is close to the end. So yeah, but I got so off track. I'm filming Shades of Red at the same time as I'm filming Fearful, but when it comes to reading vlogs, whenever I'm filming 2 at once, I try to prioritize one. And so I was just like, I'm gonna just prioritize Fearful. Now, the reason why is because, first of all, Fearful is under 200 pages, so it's not gonna take me forever to read and edit and film, and this can get out before the end of September, and I can focus on Shades of Red, because Shades of Red is my most anticipated read of this year. I do not want for me to, first of all, mix up these books, because I've done it like once or twice where I mix up the plots. I'm just like, oh wait, because I'm filming them both, so automatically when I'm thinking of filming a reading vlog, I'm thinking of the book that I'm currently reading, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, the books I'm currently reading. Sometimes I will mix up the plots. It's not often, it's happened once. I don't want to do that. Number 2, I'm also very, 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 very busy, and there's no like audiobook for Shades of Red because it's indie published and it just came out, like, because indie authors have audiobooks, mind you. It just literally, this book just came out too, and there's no audiobooks for any of her other books. So I don't have time to sit down and flip each page, which is also why I think I can do the rest of the ACOTAR series, because those are on audiobook and I have Audible credits. And I also think I will literally buy Spotify top-ups. I've literally never done it before, but I actually will, because girl, what do you mean I only get 10 hours total? And that's insane to me, because most of the audiobooks are over 10 hours and I only get 10 hours a month total. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter. So I know with how much I'm working and how much I'm trying to get done, I'm going to be burnt out. I do not want to read Shades of Red and prioritize Shades of Red. No, I'm going to be burnt out because I'm not going to enjoy it at all. I want to read Shades of Red when I'm free and I have free time and I'm able to enjoy the book, like, because I have to physically flip through pages. That's why with Fearful, I'm enjoying it, because I'm not forcing myself to sit down and flip each page while I'm cleaning up, while I'm working, while I'm showering, because I'm doing so much in a day now, because I've got tons of manuscripts I gotta get done. I'm on tons and tons and tons of deadlines. So knowing that, I don't have time to just be sitting down flipping pages individually. Like, yeah, maybe that's why I want to get a Kindle so badly though. Like, I'm like, I was hesitant at first, but like I definitely want to get a Kindle now, because with the Kindle I read faster and I'm more relaxed because I can expand like the font size. Because also when it comes to small fonts, like even with this book, I was low-key like, even though I know how Lauren Roberts gets down, when I'm so busy, when I'm so stressed out, when I'm so burnt out like this, and I open up a book and I see this tiny font, because I would say like Shades of Red doesn't have a tiny font, but it's not big either. So when I see a tiny font, I'm like, get it out of here, get it out of here. Like Breaking Point by Matt Rafferty. So when I read it on Kindle, I can expand it as much as I want, and I'm flying through the pages and I don't feel overwhelmed by, oh wow, this page is going to take forever to get through, because the words are so tiny. So I do want to get a Kindle. If I get a Kindle, I don't even think I'm going to get a Kindle this month because Kindles are so expensive. I'm going to get a Kindle in November. That's it. It's final. I'm getting a Kindle in November, because that is when Amazon has like their Prime Day and their Black Friday sales at the same time. Like, I love how they just be stacking sales like Prime Day sales and then the Black Friday sales, and then sometimes they'll have like another sale going on like for early Christmas. So it's either going to be in November or December when I get my Kindle, because that's when it's going to be on sale, I believe. And Kindles are like over $100. Yeah, I mean, unless I have an Amazon wish list, so if you guys want to buy me a Kindle, a matcha paperwhite Kindle, then like I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it at all. Yeah, but that's just like an update. I know I've been yapping about literally everything in this reading vlog so far, but yeah, nothing crazy really happened yet, because it's still like not world building, because we're obviously already in the world, but it's like kind of letting us get to know the characters, because we only got to really see a whole bunch of Kit's POV in Reckless. And like now we're focused where he is the main character, so it's kind of like Lauren trying to build us up to, yo, Kit's actually a main factor and it's not Kai this time. And we're also trying to learn who Mara is, and we also want to see Lenny and Blair's love story. So it's a whole bunch of build up between 4 different characters and 2 different love stories at the same time. So not a lot of events are happening right now. I just told you guys already though, Kai is trying to see his mother, so he temporarily died or something like that. But that's really all the update that I have for you right now. I don't really have way too much else to tell you, because not a lot else is going on. I'm gonna go film because I've got stuff to do. I've got videos to get done, so I'm gonna do those. Okay, love you. Bye. Well, not bye, but I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay. That Kit was like never insane, because I remember reading Fearless and I was just like, why is he saying the most random crap and he's just dropping random things? He was not. He was talking to Mara the whole time. Lauren! Okay, listen. Also, I feel like, I don't know if this was like official, but it was like somewhat Lenny and Blair just like confessed their love or something like that. Guys, I'm so here for it. And like Kit's memory is like slowly deteriorating. Kit, no. Oh, like it's so sad reading it, but I'm having such a good time. Where am I? Okay. I'm having such a good time reading this book. Like, you guys need to read this. Guys, he's the king of death. Oh my days, this book was so good. Bro, what did I act like? Bro, actually, what did I just read? Like, 5 stars though, 5 stars. It was amazing. Lauren Roberts has like a gift. She's so good at writing. Literally, I adore her. My goodness. Like, that was so good. And then like the way that like after Kit like upset Mara, she like switched up so fast. Mara, dang, crazy. Anyways, that's the end of this reading vlog. I know it was kind of like probably short. I don't know how long it is. I haven't even done like the editing thing I usually do with the reading vlogs, where I edit as I go. I haven't been doing that, girl. I've been busy, so I'm just gonna edit it all at once. So I don't know how long this is, but if it's short, I apologize. If it's like a normal length, then I will be glad. But at the same time, I will not be, because editing is like my least favorite part. Okay, it's my least favorite part. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Love you all so much. Maria out. Kisses. Maria out, and goodbye.